Zampola. Namaste, good morning to all respected online viewers. Long live their majesties, long live our leaders, and long live our friendship. Welcome to this online Ayurveda and Yoga workshop, Embassy of India, Timpu, ICCR's Nehru Wangchuk Culture Center, Yoga teacher, I'm KVSSN Murthy here. My true prayers to the Almighty to see all the best things to their majesties in the whole Bhutan. So before coming to recitation, just I would like to stress this kind of important protocols towards the COVID, and please try to follow safe physical distancing and do not touch surfaces, and don't count currency as well as papers by touching your tongue. And hand hygiene, respiratory hygiene, very important through the ways of like lotions, like carriable lotions. Always try to put it in your handbags. And second one is respiratory hygiene by adding two oils called Anutaila or Shadbindu Taila, or you can add plain cow ghee also, morning once, evening once, inside the nostrils, one drop each. So somewhat it will create mucus balance. Second, the important thing is goggling and using estimadu powder, or using like plain salt, or by using like a triple R churn. So just clean the throat in a day whenever it required, or recommended at least 5 to 6 times. Then second one is, as we know that steam inhalation is very important in these days. So whenever you are reaching your home, just in front of your home or in front of your house door, try to put this device to have your special that heat solution, what we call steam inhalation. You can choose plain water, or you can choose ajwain seed oil, or you can choose eucalyptus oil also. So that it is also work like a wonder, because generally bacterial cells or viral cells, it will stay in the paranasal or parasynal cavities in that passage for a long time. So like even though if you will drink hot water, that hot water not really cause damage towards the viral cells. So it is that only steam inhalation will create somewhat a benefit to you. So try to follow this simple technique. Next one is cloves therapy, cloves powder and honey, using with the hot water or milk early in the morning, empty stomach, and evening once. Or as per the requirement, you can choose this preparation to get rid of the many coughs, as well as some kind of imbalances by the phlegm which will be deposited around the throat region. So vitamin A and vitamin D and zinc based diets also very important, which will be available abundantly in local fresh green leafy vegetables, fruits, milk items, milk products, and mushrooms. So if, when you are concerned towards non-vegetarians also, like you can use this same food applications in non-vegetarians, the same zinc based diets available more in the non-vegetarian diets also. And everyday exercise is more important rather than following all those things. So at least half an hour to 45 minutes in the morning, and half an hour 45 minutes in the evening. So when you are doing your physical workouts, it's obviously will train your lungs, so that in that way your lungs will be like good enough to hold more oxygen. Second one is home kitchen remedies, or home Ayurvedic ingredients called honey, turmeric, ilachi, cinnamon, jaggery, cumin, and coriander, garlic, and ajwain seed, as well as ajwain powder, and hing, jaljeera powder, rock salt, pepper. These are very simple, effective home kitchen remedies to boost up the immunity, as well as to create somewhat balance in the digestion system also. Plus, along with this one, you can use pumpkin seeds and red pepper and dark chocolates according to your diabetes condition. You can use these dark chocolates also, and asparagus and mushrooms and yogurt and almonds, and especially broccoli and berries and wheat grass, powder form or plain water, and peanuts and spinach. These are also very simple things to create somewhat immunity inside. And the next one is local shilajit and local cordyceps, also very important to create the same balance inside, balance inside the blood, as well as balance inside the mucus and wind, as well as biles. These are also very simple preparations, but especially please don't forget these health tonics called kada chai in the mornings, as well as in the evening, golden milk preparation. These are also very simple solutions. Right, coming to recitation, this recitation actually from the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, a sacred yoga text. It is saying that importance of the cleaning cleaning the abdomen through a way called yogic enema, or somewhat vasti prakriya or basti prakriya. it's a special cleaning process, saying that Gulma Plihodaram Chapi Vata Pitta Kapodbhavaha Vasti Karma Prabhavena Kshiyante Sakala Mayaha. Whatever disorders will be born because of the abdomen or intestines or indigestions or constipations, so it will be totally eradicated through this simple and special technique called yogic enema. This kind of technique will balance the digestive fire. It will create the digestive fire as well as it will balance the digestive fire, and excess doshas will be totally removed. Excess doshas will be removed. So like it will again give balance in between internal wind and internal mucus and internal biles. So the enlarged glands will come back to normal condition. Especially the Sapta Dhatus, what we know that Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majja, Sukra, called as body fluids and blood, muscular tissues and adipose and bone tissues, bone marrow and nerve tissues, and as well as reproductive or gonide secretions will be comes under totally normal by doing this simple Vasti Prakriya. But here in our surroundings it may not possible, so instead of this kriya we can choose Senka Prakshalana. It is a kind of cleaning from mouth to rectum after drinking water. So we have to go to the toilet for this especially cleaning technique. So when you have more time to interact your regular yoga teacher, please try to take some notes about these techniques, how to be very healthy through these yoga techniques. So next one is today in this week also, because of this importance of PCOD, we will see a few more applications in Ayurveda. So here try to remember to avoid high fat diet and deep fries and spicy items and salts, or you can lower the salts also, and alcohols and smoking, and avoid self-medication. When you have this kind of issue, PCOD issue, so this is a common rule. Avoid self-medication and avoid junk timings and avoid junk foods also, especially rather than junk foods, try to aware of the junk timings. And the second one is laziness, and last one is negligence. So these are some of the practices we have to be avoid. And as we know that if when people have this PCOD, obviously they will gain the weight automatically or sudden weight gain. Then as well as pimples or rashes on the skin and blemishes or brown patches around the neck, around the face. And next one is irregular menstruation, and next one is it's a kind of one of the characters are overeating also. So when you have this kind of symptoms, try to immediately suspect something is going on inside. So actually this PCOD causes are four important causes. One is genes or heredity, second one is obesity and inactiveness in the life, and third one is insulin imbalances, and fourth one is hormonal disturbances because of over stress or again inactive life or over depression and agony or fears. So whatever you have these conditions, first of all, do not get fear. So it can be manageable through the organic ways, through Ayurveda and through yoga. So here we have today's very simple home remedies called kalonji, black jeera, kalonji powder, and black sesame, black til. So these two are black items. So here take 10 grams plus 10 grams black kalonji, 10 grams powder, and the sesame seeds, black sesame seeds powder 10 grams, and add with the old jaggery, aged jaggery. So here again 20 grams, 20, 20, 20. Now try to make a small balls, and early in the morning 5 to 6, adding with the hot water or milk, so you can have this solution. So after 1 hour you can choose meals. Very simple solution to create somewhat iron content inside. Second one is hing, Assafoetida, just 2 grams, and jaggery. Very simple preparation, just 2 grams, very pinch of the hing and jaggery in the early in the morning. So choose with the hot water, 100 ml of hot water. Again same precaution is like after eating this one, and at least 1 hour time don't eat any other thing. So when food will be act like a medicine, so we should not give more food in between. Third one is Ficus religiosa leaves. Take 5 to 6 leaves, Ficus religiosa, It is actually it's a kind of religious tree in Indian subcontinent. So take that 5 to 6 leaves and try to prepare a decoction and 200 ml of water and 6 leaves, and try to boil it and wait till this solution 200 ml of water should come to the 100 ml. Then after that you can have the solution early in the morning. Don't choose this decoction in the evening. Early in the morning 100 ml decoction. So this is also very wonderful preparation to create balance inside the blood, especially to balance inside your menstrual cycle, and balance inside the sukra dhatu, important gonad fluids. And second one is, it is also creating a good balance inside the wind also, because it is a this kind of follicles or this kind of water bubble structures will be because of inside wind imbalance. This Ficus religiosa leaves will be able to bring balance to the inside wind. And tomorrow when we are meeting here the same place with the same content, so we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda. Let's join to the yoga class now. So sun salutation is our regular practices. According to your convenience, you can choose variations also, or you can choose more repetitions also. But because of our online participants, beginners, I'm not doing more exercise in the sun salutations. I'm now doing only plain practices. Like according to your physical condition, you can choose staying more time in the every posture, or you can just finish in a flow way method. Okay, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation, then coming to Pranamasana. So here we have mantra chanting and recitation of sloka and bijakshara. So according to your belief system, you can choose all these things, or you can choose only physical practices. Take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. Om hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham Tatvam Pushan Apavrunu Satya Dharmaya Drustaye. Om Hram Hrim Hrum Hraim Hraum Raha Mitra Ravi Surya Bhanu Kagapushna Hiranya Garbha Maricha Aditya Savitra Arka Bhaskaraya Namaha. And stretch your arms completely forward, and coming to Hasta Uttanasana. From there, once pull up and slightly get a back bend at the Chandrasana or at the Chakrasana. Again, keep your body straight. When you have lower back issues or head or ear issues or blood fluctuations issues or heart elements, do not choose forward bend. You can choose any prop help for doing this exercise, or you can still avoid the practices. Bend the body forward and try to put your hands towards the floor or towards your ankle region according to your convenience. Bend the head also inside. And right leg is your back leg, called Asva Sanchalanasana or horse riding posture. Here, when you have knee issues, no need to do these exercises, but this is very simple exercise to press the abdomen. Horse riding exercises or Asva Sanchalanasana. Lift your chin up and then slightly back leg straight on the toes, and join your forward leg to back leg, called Dandasana or Santulanasana. So this is also very good posture to tight your abdomen muscles, as well as it will give a very smooth massage around the abdomen inside organs. Alright, and now bend the body completely forward down towards the floor, called Ashtanga Namaskarasana or Sastanga Namaskarasana. 2 palms, chest, chin or forehead and knees, and the toes must come down on the floor. Then very slowly push your body forward like a sea wave. Lift the body, called lifted head cobra posture. So still here, do not hang the body. Just lift the head up against the shoulders, lift the chin up and stay for a while. And back leg straight on the toes, another way of forward bending. So observe the same precaution what I have mentioned earlier. And completely bend the body inside. And right leg is your forward leg again, called Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding posture, to press the opposite side part of the abdomen. And we have to be very care about to put the right leg forward. Then back leg straight on the toes and lift your leg up. Join your back leg to forward leg, called Pada Hastasana. and again lift your both the arms and the body up like a single unit and lift the arms and completely give a stretch. Then from there slightly put a back bend called Ardha Chandrasana or Ardha Chakrasana and keep your body straight. Pranamasana above to the head. Then very slowly join your Pranamasana at your chest level called Anahata Pranamasana. Then lift your both the arms and very slowly wide your arms. Then slowly keep them down. Rest at your thighs. Just take a long, slow and a deep inhalation and exhalation. So today's our exercise will be very simple and very effective. Anyone can do easily. For the people who are having this PCOD or PCOS issue also, for them also it is like a good practices called Pavana Mukta Asana Sreni or Sukshma Yoga Vyayam, and be very convenient on any surface. Then try to stretch your both the legs forward and few seconds rest your head and rest your chest called Sukha Dandasana or Dandasana. Few seconds stay here. Alright, keep your body straight. So long inhalation, exhalation. So last week we added this same Pavan Mukta Asana training. We added shoulder exercises and hands. But today we will add our hip exercises and the somewhat spinal cord exercises, which will be good for the abdomen also. Alright, take a just long, slow inhalation and exhalation. Then after that, fold your right leg. Just fold your right leg. Then very slowly open your right leg. Again right leg fold with breathe out. Then very slowly come back, breathe in. So last count, breathe out, fold the leg. Then slowly come back, breathe in. Alright, then take a long slow inhalation. Opposite side same thing, fold your leg with breathe out. Then slowly come back with breathe in. And second count, breathe out, fold. Then very slowly come back, breathe in. Last count, breathe out, fold your leg. Then very slowly open that leg with breathe in. Alright, few seconds relaxation. So because of these practices, something like we may get cramps or strain at your wrist, at the wrist region, at the palms region. Okay, just take a long pause here. Fold your right leg like a half lotus. So few seconds move your knee above and below with the total breathe out ups and breathe in down. Again breathe outs up, breathe in down. Last count breathe outs up and breathe in. Alright, down relaxations enough. Alternate side same thing, fold your leg. Just press your abdomen, then after that press your knee, then come back. Press your knee and come back. Press your knee and come back. Last count, press your knee, then slowly come back. Enough, again very slowly come back. Relaxation. Just take a long deep slow inhalation, exhalation. Alright, coming to again right leg fold as a half lotus. Then catch your right knee with the right hand and at the same time catch your right ankle with the left hand to give more support. When you have any issues at the ankle region or knee region, choose proper way of doing, or you can still use knee caps and ankle caps also. But please remember, when you have any issues with the knees or when you think that any issues will come towards the knees and joints, especially in your physical workout, it's also recommended to wear that knee tighteners or ankle tighteners. Okay, hold the leg properly. Now just lift your leg and simply rotation, then slowly come back. Again breathe out, exhalation, lifts, then slowly inhalation down. Last count, exhalation, completely stretch your thigh toward the same side, then lift your thigh up with breathe out, then slowly come back to normal and breathe in. Then same thing, opposite side, breathe out, then very slowly come back and breathe in. And second count, breathe out, then slowly come back to breathe in. Third, last counts, breathe out and very slowly come back to breathe in. Alright, get back to normal. Again, few seconds, rest your legs. So you can choose post stretches to keep rotation of the toes and ankles also. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and reverse. 1, 2, 3, alright, 4, come back. Just take a long pause. Then prepare and come to the Samasthiti to do the same hip rotation opposite side. Then fold your alternate leg. Then put it on your next leg thigh like a half lotus. So here also hold your knee and hold your ankle at a time. So you can choose proper way of turning your hands to stretch your leg to press your abdomen also. So here, breathe out, lift your leg, then slowly come back, breathe in. Again, breathe out, lift and then slowly come back, breathe in. Last count, breathe out, then slowly come back, right, breathe in. Take a long, slow inhalation. And opposite side, same thing, breathe out and slowly come back. Second count, breathe out and slowly come back. Last count, breathe out, then very slowly come back to breathe in, then get back to normal, then relaxation's enough. Just again long slow inhalation. Here also as a posture, just move your toes forwards and backwards while breathe out and breathe in. Breathe out, turn the toes inside, breathe in normal. Again breathe out, then breathe in. Okay, long slow inhalation, exhalation. Then this time, according to your arm balances, properly keep your both the hands like slant uh, or pillars like slant or straight. Okay, now here, fold your right leg. Then lift your right leg towards your right side, completely wide your leg and slowly get back to normal. Again, breathe out, then slowly come back, breathe in. Last count, breathe out, then very slowly come back and breathe in. Just take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. And opposite side, same thing, fold your leg. Then open that leg forward in the air. So throughout the practice, keep your leg as an aerial stay only. Now towards left leg, then slowly come back to normal. Second count, breathe out and slowly come back to normal. Third count, breathe out, again slowly come back to normal. Last count, breathe out, then very slowly come back to normal. Alright, once check your convenience of the hands. If it already gets strained, then few seconds rest your hands by rotating your fist and relaxation. Just take a long inhalation, exhalation. Then here again, keep your right leg fold properly and right leg up. And a simple movement, one, then slowly come back. Inhalation, lift, then exhalation, drop. Again, inhalation, lifts, then exhalations, drop. Last count, lift your leg up, then very slowly down, resting, relaxation. Then same thing, opposite side, one, then slowly come back, down. Second count, lift your leg and exhalations, down. Third, last count, lifts and then slowly get back to normal. Again, few seconds, rest your thighs and rest your legs. Again, few seconds, take a long, deep inhalations and exhalations. So here, Pavana Mukta Asana Sreni are what we are doing every Monday. The purpose of this practice is, it is also to getting into the practices. We can use these practices as a warm-up, as well as it's also very simple and effective practices like in giving mobility or somewhat agility inside to the body. Alright, alternate leg, same thing, just keep your body slightly slant, lift your leg up, then inhalation lifts and exhalations down. Again, inhalation lifts, exhalations down. Third, last counts, lifts and exhalations, then slowly come back down. Then quick relaxation, opposite side, same thing, one, then come back. Again, two, and come back. Last counts, three, then very slowly come back, relaxations, enough. Then quick recovery time. Take a long, slow inhalation, exhalation. Then coming to our last exercise, just fold your right leg, put your right heel towards your perineum. Then try to press your knee, then slowly come back. Now alternate leg also fold. Then try to keep your knee press once towards the side and come straight. Now lock your both the toes from forward. So here adjust your body line up and heels line up to put it almost inside towards your perineal region, just to move your knees as a butterfly wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relaxations enough. Still you can press your thighs for more pelvic stretch, then slowly come back. Second count, then come back. Last count as a posture. Stay now in this cobbler stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then very slowly get back to normal. Then relaxations. Enough. Come straight. Alright, take a long, slow, and a deep inhalation and exhalation. Then set your like hands slant, and once relax your body on the hand support, lift your chin. Just take a long, deep inhalations and exhalations. Alright, body straight. So whenever we have exercises on the abdomen called pressing exercises or twisting exercises or squeezing exercises, that may be useful for the people who are having these abdominal issues and lower abdominal issues. But check your BP fluctuations also and your other health issues and your convenience also. Okay, coming to the our next exercise called pranayam. So choose proper way of doing this pranayam. So you can choose any convenient comfortable posture, lotus or half lotus or vajrasana diamond shape posture, or you can do pranayam exercises while keeping your back support on the wall, or you can use chair also. Okay, now coming to I'm doing here lotus posture. Okay, take a long, slow and a deep inhalation and exhalation. So we have mantra chanting and slokas chanting also for this same pranayam. According to your traditional belief, you can follow or you can follow only physical exercises. Keep your position straight, then take a long, deep inhalation, exhalation. So with your total concentration, with your total awareness and with your prayerful mood. Om Kesavaya Swaha. Om Madhavaya Swaha. Om Narayanaya Swaha. Om Adya Samadhi Tatpala Siddhyartham Asana Purvakan Pranayamadin Karishye. Om Sand Sandhi. Alright, keep your hands down. Then you can choose holding of the knees to keep your back straight, to keep your neck straight. Or if you think that if you are okay, now keep your arms stretched and try to add your index finger to thumb for more awareness called Chin Mudra. Alright, take a long, slow inhalation, exhalation. So here, in this regard, I would like to mention the same meaning of this, the earlier chanting called physical yoga practices, postures, pranayam, and somewhat the breath holding techniques, then as well as body cleaning techniques called kriyas, and some of the concentration techniques called trataka abhyas, as well as meditation techniques. So all these practices has been made not only for the physical health being or material wealth. So we have to choose somewhat dharmic life to reach the spiritual upliftment. To reach the spiritual upliftment, one should be aware of the physical body and the mind, and the as well as the social well-being, social health also. So to reach that level, all these three are important segments. Then if these three will be totally fulfilled, then only the next level will be converted from the practices. Okay, now we are starting our next exercise called Kapalabhati and Bhastrika. This week also, because of these practices for the abdominal exercises, Kapalabhati and Bhastrika we are adding in our exercises pranayam. In Kapalabhati, as we know that Bastrava Loha Karasya Racha Purau Sasam Brahmau Kapalabhatir Vikyata Kapadosha Visoshini. Whatever phlegm related issues, disorders inside will be born because of our food, our lifestyle habits, or somewhat any other practices. This Kapalabhati will be enough to reduce the imbalances, especially in regarding mucus. Then coming to next exercise called Bhastrika, it is also saying that Vata Pitta / Maharam. Bhastrika is a pranayam, Kapalabhati is a kriya. Vata Pitta / Maharam Sariragni Vivardhanam Kundali Bodhakam Kshipram Pavanam Sukadam Hitam Brahmanadi Mukhe Samasta Kapadhyar Gala Nasanam. It is not only good for the people who are having mucus level errors, but also for the people who are having wind level errors as well as bile level errors also. So it is a good pranayam to bring balance in between three doshas or three important running factors called Vata, Pitta, Kapha. And Sariragni Vivardhanam means it's a good metabolic activator as well as immunity activator also. And for the people who are doing these yoga exercises or any other spiritual practices or mantra practices or tantra practices to awakening the internal dormant energy called Kundalini, for them also Bhastrika is a interlude exercises, or Bhastrika may be a main exercise also. All right, coming to the actually practices, keep your position straight. Kapalabhati is a known for what we call Kapadosha Visoshini. So it is a process of voluntary exhalations, sharp exhalations and slow inhalations. So we are doing this one 30 strokes, but when you have balances in between your imbalance between your blood fluctuations and the heart, and as well as any other issues inside the head, inside the ears, or any other sicknesses, do not choose these exercises in a fast manner. Do it in a medium pace. Okay, take a long inhalation, exhalation. Alright, we are doing now Kapalabhati. Especially concentrate on the abdomen and lower abdomen. To create that observation, you can use your two hands also to put them on the lower abdomen to abdomen. So you can just spread your all 10 fingers on the abdominal part, so that you may have a good awareness on the abdomen how it is moving. Alright, starting our first 10 strokes. 1, slowly inhale, do not push the abdomen. 2, press the abdomen, then very slowly release. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just take a long deep inhalation and exhalation. And now we are heading to second 10 strokes, second spell. Then starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, deep, long inhalation and exhalations. Alright, last spell towards 30th stroke. Then same practices we are doing called Kapalabhati. Again, for your awareness, keep your fingers on the abdomen. Right, pressing the abdomen, slightly press the abdomen while it is in exhalation position. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just leave the hands and free yourself from this kind of fastness. Then take a long inhalation, exhalation. A small break recommended. So in this break time also, you can choose a sip of water to drink, or to somewhat to give some wet condition at your throat level and the mouth if you want, and if it is really required. And coming to Bhastrika Pranayam, completely opposite side process of Kapalabhati. It is a voluntary sharp inhalation and slow exhalation. Right, keep your body straight, then starting, then slowly come back. 2, 3, inhale, come back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then once a regular inhalation, exhalation. Then second spell, the same sharp inhalation, slow exhalation, called Bhastrika Pranayam. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, one small break. Again, long, deep inhalation, exhalation. Then third, last spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last counts 10. All right, complete finishing your pranayam. Then once you will finish your pranayams, and directly you can choose practices in the dharana practices if you know well, or you can choose concentration techniques practices from the Trataka formats. Once you will be able to finish the total level of this dharana exercises or concentration practices, choose some more time to give relaxation to the body through power nap or through yoga nidra abhyas. And once you will finish your total yoga practices based on the intensity, based on the practices, it's also recommended to you 15 minutes to 20 minutes time to take bath, and from there further 5 to 10 minutes time to take breakfast. And in the afternoon, once you will be free from your office work or from your activities, before your lunch hour, try to see all the possibilities how to give rest to the body through power nap or through yoga nidra abhyas. It can be performed while on the chair also, if you properly lent it properly. Then in the evenings, once you are totally free from your all activities and before your dinner time, create 15 minutes to half an hour time to do some physical exercises in the yoga formats, back bending exercises and inverted postures, and pranayams also recommended. So these are very simple and effective practices to train yourself or to train your lungs. So tomorrow when we are meeting here at the same time with the same topic, with the same region, we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda as well as in yoga also. Until then, take care of yourself, stay away from the bad habits and do yoga also. Thanking you all to giving me this wonderful opportunity.